What's up, guys? On this video we are going to try to put a Puch Magnum together out of all the parts I have laying around in my basement. I looked around and realized I think I might have the right amount of parts. So let's dive into this. First things first, I got the bottom end motor here. I believe I have a top end laying around there, and I think I have a piston. So we're going to put the top end on and then install it onto the frame here. Alrighty guys, I think I have everything I need. I have the cylinder, the head, the piston rings, wrist pins, the C-clips, and all the gaskets, and a stud I need. So let's get started. We are going to add this gasket first. It's some oil. You want to make sure it absorbs that and it'll start to kind of thicken. That way it, once you get the whole surface on that. Alright, once we got that good like that, we are going to add this down. This is the base gasket. This is very necessary for this situation. And we will grab the cylinder here. You want to make sure this is clear of any old gaskets. You want to make sure it's completely flat. That way it gets good seal. Alright, I think I got it. Alright. It is in. The head gasket. So anyways, we want to add the head gasket on like so. Head with the arrow facing down like so. There it is. So now that we have the whole top end on, all we have to do is tighten down with the washers and the nuts. There's one. Alright, there's four. Start tightening them down is I add the one nut down and then a second one on top, and go in reverse until you hear that click, and then start tightening. Go to the diagonal until you hear that click, tighten down, pull out. Just got to add the fourth nut. Alright, and then you can hand tighten them. I'm using a 11mm socket. Once you start to feel tension on all four of them, stop. So this is where you want to tighten it down just snug. You don't want to go over tight and break anything. So once they're all snug, then you start to slowly tighten down. 1, 2, then go across diagonal, do another one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then go over one more time very finely. The top end is officially on, guys. You can kind of test to see how good the compression is by swinging around and moving the flywheel. Sounds good to me. Next thing we're going to do is add the motor to the frame here. Alright guys, we got a few parts here that we're gonna slap on this Magnum build to make a bike. We got some shocks here. We got the custom painted tank that I did. Found a couple of wheels, one spoke, one snowflake. Got a Puch ZA50 stand, I think right there. And then there's the seat and the trunk, along with these painted side covers that I did. So let's go. Alright guys, now that we got the wheels on, I decided to put some bungee cords up and hang the bike up so I can work on it easier. Need a 10mm socket to put on the center stand. Let's go. Alright guys, we are going to put the shocks on. The tools you'll need is a 13mm socket and adjustable wrench. Let's go. And here we have the custom painted tank that I did in my previous video. I'm going to put this on now. Alright guys, next are the handlebars. Let's go. You're going to need an Allen wrench to put these on and tighten them down. Alright, lady and gents, mainly gents usually on my channel, but anyways, let's get back to the point. I took off the front wheel. Check her out. I am figuring out what tire size I want to use, and I'm thinking this looks pretty mad fire, honestly. These are 3-inch new old stock tires that have been sitting in my basement for a while, and I think they'll go on here nicely. Although if I do put a big fat tire back here, we're gonna be touching the ground because we got about literally, oh shit, that almost fell. Okay, anyways, if I put the big tires on the front and the back, that means this center stand is no longer gonna be useful to me. So we're all to upgrade to a taller center stand, which I have, but it's on one of my other bikes. And it looks horrid on it anyway. So if we go with these fat tires like I'm suggesting, we'll take that center stand off that bike, which is a Puch Cobra, and we're gonna put it on this. Alright guys, the decision has been made. We put the 3-inch tire on the front, and boy, it looks badass. So we're going with the rear, but by putting the 3-inch. Alrighty guys, we got both beefy tires on the front and the rear, and will not hold the bike up properly. Very nice looking for the tires. These tires were a bitch to put on.
They were very hard to put on, but we finally got her. And here's the end product, guys. I'm thinking it would look better if we did this half of the trunk red, front forks red with the silver, because there's too much silver going on this side, I think. And then with this side, I think I like how it's broken up into colors. Now we are going to be adding the LTD fairing right here onto the front to give it a little bit of a LTD touch. And I think what we're gonna do is we are going to mask off the top and paint it LTD. So we'll have a little white here, a little white on the front. So let me know what you think on this build I'm working on, and if you have any ideas or suggestions, go ahead and put that down in the comments.